Good evening, students. Let us continue up the discussion of the second paper. I hope you have written the test today. So let me have the discussion on that paper. Yeah. Look at the very first question. Look at the very first question. How many vectors they have given? The two vectors they have given. They have given the two vectors. One is A vector. The another one is B vector. Now the condition is that they are parallel to each other. Then what is the value of the product of M and N? The product of M and N they are asking. Excuse me. Yeah. Now what is the condition for the parallel, students? If any two vectors are parallel, let us say A1 into I cap plus A2 into J cap plus A3 into K cap. And the second vector B1 into I cap plus B2 into J cap plus B3 into K cap. If these two vectors are parallel, what's the condition? The ratio should be proportional. The ratio should be proportional. That is, A1 by B1 must be equal to A2 by B2. That should be equal to A3 by B3. Students, I will introduce one more concept here itself. Suppose if the two vectors are perpendicular, but this concept is not related to this problem, but let me know. If the two vectors are parallel, remember the dot product should be 0. A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3 must be equated to 0. This is the condition for perpendicular. This is the condition for parallel. Now, no doubt this problem is talking about the parallel. So you have to use this condition only, no doubt. But try to remember this also. If they have given perpendicular, you have to equate the dot product to 0. Now, now what is the I coefficient here? 2. I coefficient is 2 divided by, here I coefficient is n. So 2 by n must be equal to 6 divided by 12. 6 divided by 12. This also equal to what? M divided by 4. Now, you can equate this to first. So 2 by n is equal to 6 by 12. 6 ones are 6 twos are. Cross multiply, n equals to 4. So this is the first value. Now you can equate the second ratio and the third ratio. 6 by 12 should be equal to m by 4, isn't it? You can cancel out with the 6 ones are 6 twos are. So cross multiply, m is equal to 4 by 2, or you can take m is equal to 2. Now you have found the value of m and n, isn't it? But what they're expecting upon, they're expecting you to find the product of what? M and n, isn't it? So what is the value of the product of m into n then? It is 4 into 2, that is 8. So 4 into 2 will be 8. Now, which is the right option? Option 3 is the right option. So option 3. Yeah, got it? Okay. Now let me see the second problem. Excuse me, students. What is the dimensional formula for the thermal conductivity? Now, before going to define the thermal conductivity, you must know whenever the amount of heat energy, Q represents energy. Whenever the heat energy is going to be supplied, it is given by K into A into temperature difference into the time divided by the thickness. This D is thickness. What is T? T stands for time. Now, they're expecting you to find what is the dimensional formula for the value of K. Students, you have to try to go for the elimination method. Try to go with elimination method. How to go with the elimination method? Now, they are expecting you to find the dimensional formula for K. So get the expression for K first. So K is equal to Q, heat energy, into thickness divided by the area into the temperature θ1 minus θ2 into the time. Now look at the option. Thermal conductivity is inversely proportional to the temperature difference. Remember, the dimensional formula for temperature is represented with the K. K stands for Kelvin. This K stands for thermal conductivity. Don't get confused. Left hand side K is thermal conductivity. Right hand side K represents the dimensional formula for temperature. But you can have a look. Thermal conductivity is inversely proportional to the temperature. So if you write the dimensional formula, K should go up. So K power minus 1 you should get. K power minus 1 you should get. So definitely here K term is not there. So easily you can eliminate option 4. And here K power minus 3 is there. So easily you can eliminate the option 3 also. And please remember, here we have K power minus 3. K power minus 3. Is it possible, students? Is it possible? Not possible, no. Because thermal conductivity is inversely proportional to Kelvin. So K power minus 1 should get. Here K power minus 3 is there. So this is also not possible. So definitely option A will be the right answer. So I am solving this by using elimination method, students. Because you can't remember all formulas and you cannot reproduce the formulas in the exam. So if the problems are based on the dimensional formula, you try to go with the elimination method. It is better, I hope. I think you got it, the shortcut, isn't it? Yeah. Just by elimination method, we got the answer for this. Sir, if I want to solve, then you have to solve apart. What is the dimensional formula for Q? Q is energy. Energy dimensional formula is M1 L2 T minus 2. Thickness L. Area L squared. Temperature Kelvin. Time T. So here L squared will get cancelled. So definitely it will be M power 1, L power 1, T power. This is 1. It goes up. So it becomes T power minus 3. This K comes up, so it becomes K power minus 1. So this is the dimensional formula if you start deriving. So which is the right option? Option 1 is the right answer. Yeah. Sorry, students, little bit cough I have today. Yeah. Come to the next problem. Now there is a wire. For that particular wire, they are asking you to find what is the absolute error in the first reading. What is the absolute error in the first reading? Now, look at this. The 3 trials for the diameter are D1, D2, D3. How to take the mean of that diameter, students? How to take the mean? Mean means you have to just add up all the 3 parameters. You have to divide whole thing divided by 3. You have to divide whole thing divided by what? 3. Now, if you take the average of this is found to be 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So 12 by 3 means you will get an average of 1.004. What is the average value of this? 1.002, 1.006, 1.004. This value will be 12,103.012. If I divide by 3, it will be 1.004. 12 by 3 is 4, no? So mean value is 1.04. Now they're asking you to find the absolute error in the diameter for the which reading? For the first reading. For the first reading, what is the error? For the first reading, it is 1.002. Take the difference of the mean value, that is 1.004. So the difference between 1.002 and 1.004 is 0.002. This is in centimeter. So what is the absolute error in the first reading? The absolute error in the first reading is 0.002 centimeter. Got it? You have to take the mean value and the first trial reading difference. That is what we called as an absolute error. I hope you understood. Yeah. Come to the next problem, students. Now, a ball is going to fall from what height? 200 meter. It is falling from a height of 200 meter. What is the initial speed? If the ball falls, means initial speed is 0. At the same time, another ball is directly below it, is projected upward. The another ball is projected vertically upward with the speed u. With what velocity? It is 40 meter per second. Now the two balls will cross each other. The two balls will cross each other after what interval of time? The first ball is coming downward. The second ball is moving upward. So definitely after certain interval of time, the two ball has to cross, isn't it? The two ball has to cross, isn't it? Yeah. Now you have to talk about the relative velocity here, students. Why you have to talk about the relative velocity? Because relative velocity is the velocity with which one body is moving with respect to the another body. Since both the bodies are moving, simultaneously in the opposite direction, please remember the time should be taken with respect to the relative velocity. So by the basic definition, you know that velocity is equal to the distance by time. What is velocity? Distance by time. So what is time? It is distance by velocity. But you can't take simply a distance by velocity. You should talk about relative. Why you have to talk about relative, students? Because both the bodies are moving together. So what is the distance relative with respect to this two? First ball is moving upward. Second ball is moving, coming downward. So together, the total distance should be 200 meter only, no? When two balls are crossing means the distance covered by both the ball must be equal to how much? 200. What is the relative velocity? Relative velocity should be added up. That is 40 plus 0. That is 200 by 40. 1010 will get cancelled out. 20 by 4 is 5 seconds. So definitely the two balls are going to cross each other after a time interval of how many seconds? 5 seconds. I hope you understood. Please remember, students, here one object is not moving. Two object is moving. So you have to talk about the relative velocity. Yeah. Take up the next problem, students. Definitely, this is also based on the relative velocity only, students. Here the two trains are there. What is the length of the two trains? 20 meter and 80 meter. Now they are moving in which directions? Opposite direction, isn't it? With what speeds? With what speeds? With what speeds they are moving up? Huh? One is moving with 15 meter per second. The second one is moving with 10 meter per second. The first distance covered is S1. The second distance is covered S2. Since both the trains are moving in the opposite direction, can you tell me I should talk about only velocity or I should talk about relative velocity? ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಎರಡು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೈಮಲ್ಟೇನಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ I should talk about relative velocity or I should talk only velocity? ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ವಾ?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Yeah, you have to talk about relative velocity. Good. What is the time, appa? Time formula, distance by what?
Velocity.
Velocity. Here you should talk about relative because both the bodies move together. What is the distance traveled? Since opposite direction, it should be added up. What about the velocity? 15 plus 10. So it is nothing but 100 by 25, which is nothing but 4 seconds. So 4 seconds. So option 2 is the right answer. Yeah. Very good question, students. Very good question. The balls are going to collide with wall as shown in the figure. If the impulse acting on the ball is 1.2 mv, where m represents the mass and v represents the velocity. Hello. 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 Online. So what is the value of theta they are expecting? Yes. Look at the concept here. Now, whenever the velocity is moving in this direction, this velocity can be resolved into two components. One is v cos theta. The another one will be v sin theta. Similarly, this v can also be resolved into two components. No, one is v cos theta. The another one will be what, appa? V sin theta. Now, can you tell me how v sin theta are acting? How v sin theta are acting?
Perpendicular.
Opposite direction, no?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you cancel out that, how to calculate the change in momentum now? The other two velocities are moving, v cos theta, v cos theta. So if the both are moving in the same direction, you can find the momentum acting in the left side direction is mv cos theta. The another momentum is also acting in the same direction, mv cos theta. How these two mv cos theta and mv cos theta are acting? They are acting in the same direction. So what is the change in momentum? mv cos theta, mv cos theta, two momentums. So change in momentum will be mv cos theta plus mv cos theta. So you are going to get 2 times of mv cos theta. You know that the change in momentum is nothing but impulse. Change in momentum is nothing but impulse. So impulse can also be taken as 2 times of mv cos theta. Now directly they have given the impulse as how much? Impulse is given as how much? 1.2 mv. So 2 times of mv cos theta. Here mv and mv will get cancelled out. So what is cos theta? It is 1.2 by 2. This is 0.6. 0.6 can be taken as 6 by 10. 6 by 10 can be taken as 3 by 5. 3 by 5. You know that this is a Pythagorean triplet. 3, 4, 5. Pythagorean triplet, right? Cos means adjacent. This is hypotenuse. This is 4. Then this angle theta should be equal to how much? 53 degree. If it is 3 and adjacent is 4, then it will become 37. So you have to remember this standard angle. Cos 37 is 3 by, sorry, cos 53 is 3 by 5. So what is the angle now? 37 degree or 53 degree. So option 3 is the right answer here. Yeah. Can you read the question for me then, Lakshmi?
A woman weighing 50 kg eats a plum cake whose
50
energy
kg not, 60 kg no?
60.
Yeah, mass is
A
60
woman
kg.
weighing 60 kg eats a plum cake whose energy content is 9,800 calories. If all this
1
energy,
calorie is how many joules? 1 calorie equals how many joules? 4.2 joules.
4.2 joules.
Yeah.
If
Because of
all
that
this
energy, because of that plum cake energy, she is
she can climb a height of
climbed by certain height, h. Now, whenever the woman climbs certain height, what energy will be stored up, Adan Lakshmi?
so potential energy.
Yeah, when she climbs up to certain height, the energy is equal to mgh. Mgh. Now you can find what is h easily. How to calculate energy? You know that 9,800 into 4.2. Mass is 60 kg. G value I will take it as 9.8 into h. This 9,800 can be taken as 9.8 into 100, which is equal to 4.2 equals to 60 into 9.8 into h. Can I cancel 9.8 and 9.8? Because of that reason only, I am writing 9,800 as 9.8, 9.8. Now, 1010 is also going to cancel out. You know that 10 into 4.2 is 42 by 6 is equal to h. So what is h then?
7 meter.
Yeah, it is 7 meter. Yeah, here I did wrong. 9.8 into 1000, no?
Yes, sir.
Three digits are there, 1000. So it will be 420 actually. So it will be
70 meters.
70. Yeah. So if this type of simple mistakes, if it happens in the exam, don't cross check it. Don't cross check it. We got 7, right? Somewhere we have left with 1 decimal point. So definitely you tick the option 3. No need of cross checking the calculation in the exam. It may be go with a simple calculation wrong. So don't search for the wrong in the exam. Don't waste the time. Yeah. Now there is one stationary wheel. It starts rotating. Stationary wheel means initially at rest. So initial speed will be 0. Since it is rotating, angular velocity omega naught is 0. It is rotating with angular acceleration alpha, 7 radian per second square. What is the time taken to complete 154 rotation? Time they are asking to complete how many rotations? 154 rotations. Yeah. You have to write the angular rotational equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So S is going to be replaced with theta. U is replaced with omega naught t plus half into A is nothing but alpha T squared. Now omega naught is 0. So this is going to get cancelled out. So theta value is equal to half times of alpha into T squared. Now they are asking you to find T squared. So 2 times of theta divided by alpha. So T squared equals to 2 into what is angle theta? 154 rotation. Can you tell me, Appa, for one rotation, what is the angle? One rotation adre angle is describe agatappa angle radian alli
360 degree.
360 degree ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೇಡಿಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕಲ್ವಪ್ಪ ಧನಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ ರೇಡಿಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು ಸೊ 360 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಮೊದಲು ಏನ್ ಬರಿಬಹುದು ನಾನು
2 pi
ಒಂದು ರೇಡಿಯನ್ ಗೆ 2 pi ರೇಡಿಯನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೊಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಆತರ
154
ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಆಂಗಲ್ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು 154 into
2 pi
ಯಾ ಬೈ ಆಲ್ಫಾ ಎಷ್ಟು
7 radians per second.
ಯಾ 7 ನೋಡಿ 7 2s are 14 ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ರಿಮೈಂಡರ್ 7 2s are 14 so t squared equals to 2 into 22 into 2 what is pi value 22 by 7 no
Yes sir.
what is t for this I should take root 2 into 22 into 2 into 20 by 7 what is 2 into 2 2 square if I take out from the root
2
22 into 22 22 square if I take out from root
22
yeah root 44 by what is root 7 close to 2 point something right
yes sir
because root 9 is 3 root 9 is 3 root 4 is 2 so that 7 is between 2 and 3 so it will be 2 point something if you calculate it will be approximately I can take 2.6 like that so if you go with the 44 divided by 2.6 approximately we are going to get around close to 17 so close to 17 means you can take the option 4 16.6 any doubt
no sir
yeah good yeah now they have given one particle what is the mass they have represented appa mass is how much 0.1 kg what is the position vector r 5i plus 3j with what velocity 6i cap yeah now they're asking you to find what is the angular momentum about the origin what is angular momentum L vector it is r cross p what is r I will keep as it is momentum can be taken as m into v vector because you know that the momentum is nothing but the product of mass and velocity so I will take m because it is a scalar it will be r cross v so what is mass 0.1 so what is r 5i plus 3j crossed with v that is 6i 0.1 first I will multiply this 5i into I so 5 6 are 30 I cross I plus 3 6 are 18 into j cross I so 0.1 this value will be 0 because you know that I cross I value will be 0 plus 18 into what is j cross I? You know that I cross j is what? K. I cross j is k. But here we have j cross I. Ulta. Ulta means you will get minus k. So 0.1 into 18 will be 1.8 into minus k cap, or you can take minus 1.8 k cap. So what is the angular momentum, Appa?
Minus 1.8 k cap joule per
Yeah.
second.
So you can tell which is the right option.
C.
Yeah, C. Yeah. Come to this problem. A mass connected to the string is vrilled. If it is vrilled, it should go with the circular path, right? Sorry, excuse me. So if the mass is connected to the string, if that is vrilled, it moves in a circular path. With what angular momentum it is moving? L. If the length of the string is reduced to off, if the length of the string is reduced to off, and the angular velocity is doubled, what will happen to the angular momentum? Direct question, student. What is the angular momentum formula? It is just mr squared omega. What is angular velocity formula? mr squared omega. Let it be right for the second case. Mass is remains same. Length is reduced to off. So length is reduced to off means r becomes r by 2 whole square. But the angular velocity is doubled, so it becomes 2w. So L dash value will be equal to m into r squared by 4 into 2 omega. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. So L dash value will be m r squared omega by 2, or I can tell L dash equals to, can I replace this m r squared omega as the initial value? L by 2. So which is the right option?
B.
Option B is the right answer. Only the thing you have to remember the formulas. Angular momentum is given by mr squared into omega. So L dash how to write? Hello. Sorry, students. Very nice problem. Actually, it is a very interesting one. Usually the students will do the mistakes in this type of problem. Now, radius of the earth is decreased by how much? 4%. Density remains same. What is the escape velocity? Now they are asking how the escape velocity will change. Students, you know that escape velocity is given by the formula root of 2 times of g into r. Root of g into r. This is the escape velocity, but you can't use this reason. The value of g keeps on changing. The value of g keeps on changing. So you have to replace this g in terms of capital G only. So small g, you know that it is gm divided by r squared. So escape velocity will become root of 2 times of gm by r squared. So here one r will be there. So I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to cancel that. So escape velocity is root of 2 gm by r. This is the escape velocity. Anyway, g remains constant. But they are not talking about mass. They are talking about the density. So density is mass by volume. Volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So VE value will be equal to root of 2g by r. In the case of mass, I am going to replace rho 4 by 3 pi r cube. Now 1r will get cancelled out. So escape velocity will be root of 2g rho 4 by 3 pi into r squared. Root of r squared value will be r. So clearly this tells escape velocity is directly proportional to what? Radius. Escape velocity is directly proportional to what? The radius. Radius. So if radius is decreased by 4% means escape velocity enagbeko, it is also decreased by how much? 4% ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ escape velocity is directly proportional to
R.
radius. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ರೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ 2gr ಅಂತ ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ರೂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ರೂಟ್ ಆರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ರೇಡಿಯಸ್ 4 ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ರೂಟ್ 4 ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ 2%. ಸೊ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿರಿ. ಅವನು ಮಾಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ್ದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ? ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೈಟ್ ಮೇಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆನೆ ಈ ಜಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಜಿ. So please be very careful in this case. It is not like that. Yeah. Look at this. Sorry, students. Excuse me. Yeah. Car is lift compressed by air with what force? F. With respect to radius 10 centimeter. Now there is a second piston of radius R2. Let it be, this is R1, this is F1. Radius is 15 centimeter and it is lifted by 1000 kg weight. What will be the force? So new force they are asking, F2. Students, whatever the irrespective of the mass of the car, you know that according to the concept of the Pascal's law, the pressure exerted should be always going to be a constant throughout the medium. So how much of pressure you are going to change? How much pressure you are going to change at any particular point? Definitely it is going to remain same. That is what the Pascal's law know. Pressure exerted at any point remains same. What's the formula for pressure then, Lakshmi? Force by area alva?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, force by area andre F1 by A1 must be equal to F2 by A2 agboda, because pressure constant irbeku. Now, what is area of the piston? Pi into R1 square. F2 into pi into R2 square. Pi ಮತ್ತೆ pi ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Cancel out. So what is F2 appa? It is F1 R2 square by R1 square. F2 equals to ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸದು ಕಾರ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನಲ್ವಾ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಕೇಸದು ಮಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೆಜಿ? 1200 kg. So F can be taken as mass into G. So 1200 into G. Initial force, let it be F. R2 is to the 15 centimeter, 15 square. R1 square is to the 10 square. Can you simplify this? 1200 G value is 10. 10 squared is 100. 15 squared is 225, which is equal to F. So you can do the approximate calculation. You can do the approximate calculation. So you can group these two terms. 1200 by 225 means definitely it should be how much? 5 times, no? Because 200 into 5 is 1000. So 225 approximately 5 times means 1200. So 5 times means 5 point something into 10 power how much? Here 3 zeros are there. So 5 into 10 power 3. So 5 point something into 10 power 3 means. So option 4 is the right answer. Yeah. There is an incompressible liquid that flows through the horizontal tube as shown in the figure. What is the velocity V? Student, you know that according to the equation of continuity, according to the equation of continuity, area into velocity should be a constant. Here the liquid is entered here. It is coming out like this. So according to the conservation, area into velocity, 10 into 6 must be equal to 3 into 10 plus what? V into 15. V into 15. Just I'm equating area into velocity is a constant according to the equation of continuity. So 10 into 6 is equal to 60. 3 into 10 will be 30 plus 15V. So if I shift this 30 to this side, 60 minus 30 equals to 15V. 60 minus 30 will be 30, that is equal to 15V. So V will be equal to 30 by 15, that is 2. So what should be the value of V? 3 meter per second. Yeah. Sorry, students. There is a bullet of mass. What is the mass of the bullet? We have 10 gram. It is moving with a speed of 20 meter per second. And there is an ice block. Mass of the ice, that is 990 gram. And that is stick on it. How much of ice is going to melt? You have to find what is the melting of ice. I will take melting of ice. 50% of kinetic energy lost. Kinetic energy is lost. How much? 50%. 50% means it becomes off of initial kinetic energy. You know that initial kinetic energy of the bullet is nothing but half times of mv squared. This kinetic energy can be taken as mass into specific heat or latent heat of the fusion. So L into latent of the fusion, how much of ice is going to melt? That is going to be converted into energy. Half of that energy will be lost here. So Mi you have to calculate. What is the latent of the fusion of the ice? You have to remember it is 336 joule per kg per Kelvin. That is with respect to joule per gram, which is equal to half times of what is kinetic energy? Half into mass is 10 gram. Keep it in 10 only. Gram to kg, I will take 10 power minus 3. Velocity squared is 20 square. So Mi, which is the melting of ice, is equal to, this is 10 power 1 minus 3 plus 1 will be minus 2. Minus 2, I will keep as it is. 20 squared means 2 squared will be 4 into 10 power 2. This 2 is going to get cancelled. Even 4 is going to get cancelled, divided by this 336. So Mi value will be equal to 1 divided by 336. Approximately this value is 0.003. You know that 1 by 3 is 0.003. So approximately 0.003 grams. Yeah. Look at this problem. There is a particle of mass 4 kg that is moving harmonically, its potential energy U varies with position X as shown. What is the time period? You know that the potential energy is equal to maximum, that is 1. So according to the conservation of energy, this potential energy should be equal to the total energy, because at the highest point, the kinetic energy value will be 0. At the highest point, kinetic energy value will be 0. So no kinetic energy. So total energy must be equal to potential energy. What's the potential energy formula? Of m omega displacement square. Since it is taken maximum, you can use amplitude square. So what is the total energy they have given? 1 joule is given. 1 joule is given. Of times of mass is given 4 kg. Omega square, let me calculate. What is the maximum displacement? Maximum displacement is 0.2. So 0.2 square, which is equal to 1. So 2 ones are 2 twos are. So 2 omega squared into 0.04, which is equal to 1. Omega squared equals to 0.08, which is equal to 1. Omega squared value will be equal to 1 divided by 0.08. 0.08 can be taken as 8 into 10 power minus 2. Omega value is root of this. What is root 8? 2 root 2. What is root of 10 power minus 2? 10 power minus 1. So this can be taken as, but they are asking you to find what periods, time period T. So what is omega value? Omega value is 2 pi by T, which is equal to 10 by 2 root 2. 2 ones are 2 5s are. I'm taking this 10 power minus 1 to numerator. So what will be T? So it is 2 root 2 pi. 2 root 2 pi divided by this 5. Cross multiply. T goes this side, 5 comes to this side. So capital T value should be equal to 2 root 2 pi divided by 5. Any doubt related to the students? Okay. Yeah. How many tuning forks are there? How many tuning forks are there? 10 tuning forks are there. 10 tuning forks are there. They are arranged in the increasing order of consecutive 4 frequency of 4 beta, 4 beats per second. So if I say the first frequency is n, second one will be n plus 4, second one will be n plus 4 into 2. I mean, you can take only for n plus 4 into 2. For the third one, it is n plus 4 into 3, like that. Can you tell me for the last one, n plus 4 into 9? This is for the 10th one I'm talking. 10th tuning fork should get with 9. See here, for second tuning fork, 1. Third tuning fork, 2. Fourth tuning fork, 3. Hagadre, what will be the 10th tuning fork? Yen baratte number ile? 9. Now they are given that highest frequency is twice that of the lowest. Which is the highest frequency? N plus 4 into 9. This is highest frequency. This is twice that of the lowest. Which is the lowest frequency? N. So n plus 4 into 9 will be 36 is equal to 2n, or n equals to 36. So n is equal to what? 36. But they're asking you to find the highest frequency and the lowest frequency. So lowest frequency means n. Lowest frequency means n, which is equal to 36. 36. Among these four option, only option of 36 lowest is there in the fourth option. So which will be the right option, Appa? Fourth option will be the right answer. If you want to find the highest frequency, you can use this. Highest frequency is n plus 36. That is 36 plus 36. That will be 72. Twice, no? Double of this. So this are the 18 questions which is related to your first PU topic. From the 17th question, it is a second year topics that I will continue in the next session, students. So these are the 16 problems from first PUC concepts. So in the next question, I will start up with from the 17th question. So I will stop at this stage, and I have a little bit cough, and also I think hope you have understood the today's problems. So tomorrow we'll continue and we'll complete the remaining questions. Thank you. I'll stop at this stage. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.